Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Chicago by Night. First edition Chicago by Night. It is in the game, the year's 1991. We're back to like first edition vampire things, stories, the stuff that got the hype going. That's why we want to play it, because there's so many people nowadays who haven't played it. I was there with the first releases, with first edition. I am a very old man and have played this game for... It will never release me from its clutches, will it? Or its fangs, in this case. Aha! I am Mikael Hellstrom, this is Myth Machine, and this show is rated R because of teeth, and they're long, and they will bleed you like they did last session when...
Certain somebody, not going to name any names.
Yeah, one of the innocent
Sure
ones of the
is.
group decided to drain and just lost control, and that...
Decided, failed several rolls in a row,
Yes!
Yeah, it was
yes.
super horrific, yeah.
and then failed
then
several
they just-
re-rolls after that.
And
Then
he
they
was
tried to
died.
justify their actions saying ACAB.
He tried to. He tried to.
She successfully failed to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
But-
have remorse for your horrific actions.
Yep.
Um,
This show is rated R for Rockstar.
That's why it is rated
See-
R. Okay,
Yes.
We haven't seen you pull out a musical instrument yet. Or are you a singer?
He is a guitarist,
Yeah, yeah.
but
It's
guitar is a very an electric guitar is a very thing to pull around. Would you?
Wow,
this game,
you couldn't take it with you after all these times we've been kidnapped?
and this game
No,
doesn't even
okay.
have bardic inspiration. Lame, right?
I'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. Some presents and some guitar, and there we go.
Yeah, I need me
enough
some
blood
awe.
sorcery will solve everything.
I need
Yeah.
to steal me some awe from the Toreadors.
Yeah, absolutely. Who is with us this time? Who wants to introduce themselves and their character for the first time?
Huh? I guess since people have been told about me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Darcy. I play Kate Peretti, a very normal-looking Tremere who went off the deep end and is trying to claw her way back to some semblance of normal.
I'm Roger. I'm playing former gangster Goldtooth Charlie, and back in the 60s, the Prince's playboy pilot Derek.
I suppose I'll go ahead. Hello, I'm Dominic, or Domi for short. I'll be playing Sylvester, your flamboyant rockstar. Malkavian, actually.
Yeah.
and I am El Duende. I'll be playing as your local punch guy / Latino gangster, Tony Hernandez of Clan Bruja.
He punches people, and it's
Very hard.
Very hard, yes. Undeniably hard. So last time when we left off, you had a bit of a situation at an abandoned 7-Eleven with a couple of cops who you wanted to interrogate, and that went like oopsie when Kate lost control over her hunger and ate one of them.
Yeah, maybe just did a little fucky wucky.
Oopsie. She is in fact regretting this, and I'm sure her day sleep is not going to be disturbed at all by dreams of this man's last moments and thoughts of his potential family. And the other police you managed to overwhelm and basically manacle to a chair, and he told you a lot about what they have found here. Apparently a corpse, a bunch of cultists, satanic cultists. They had been taken to the precinct, but apparently they had all killed themselves, weirdly. And I think... Oh, also in the basement you found a vial that looks like it contains the most amazing vitae ever in the history of ever.
And we had a fist fight over it.
Yeah, you did. It wasn't so much over the vitae, it was over the presence in the basement.
Yeah.
The feeling that... Because the people, a couple of the people who jumped down into the basement happened to be Kate and Syl,
Sylvester.
who both have sensed the unseen. And then they sensed the unseen, and that unseen was an incredibly powerful probably Empire, had been down there and just overwhelmed them. That wave of power just slammed into them and drove them into frenzy. And then, because they're not particularly good fighters, they had a, I don't know, cat
Slapping
fight?
competition.
Slapping
Fair
competition.
cat fight, you know.
That probably amused Tony to no end until they stopped. But now we know that the flavor of power that was used in the Prince Lodin's haven and was present down here, wherever this corpse was, same. Yeah, sus, and let's go to the police office, basically. Police precinct. That was where we left off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the last thing we did, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we think there is at the police precinct? Is there anybody still alive from the cult, or do they just have stuff there?
Whatever body was down in this basement and that ripped open the, what do we call it, vault door is at the precinct or has been at the precinct. Right?
Yep, that's about it. So the precinct is definitely the next stop.
Yeah. All the cult members are supposedly killed themselves with massive quotation marks there.
Definitely they killed themselves. Can't be anything else.
Yeah. Just like Epstein.
No comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Kate Moretti is the only vaguely presentable looking one of us, could she pass herself off as like a lawyer or a medical examiner or something and get let in to look at the body?
She could try. She could try.
Yeah, probably like a trainee medical examiner, because she still looks just over 20, and those are pretty... Those are professions that take a while for someone to just instantly believe you're a part of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Some training. Some.
By the way,
But she's very good at lying, so that's fine.
I guess Tony tells the rest of the group while we're on the way there. Oh, so I know you probably already guessed this, considering what we've done together so far, but I just thought I'd let you know that the police have a warrant out for my arrest.
That actually does not surprise me.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Is it a good description or photo?
So, Mikael, with the despised flaw, would there...
From that face, I'm guessing.
Would there be
I'm gonna say that there's
consequences?
probably at this point, yeah, maybe a like a photo on a security cam or something.
Probably, yeah. It might be grainy. They would have your name and a general description. Maybe don't go inside the precinct without serious disguise.
Yeah.
Charlie also has the disliked trait. We should very definitely be hiding somewhere across the street.
Yeah. And you know what? Tony's just gonna, I don't know, wait like a block away, pretty much. Or it's not a block away, or...
Maybe we should approach the morgue rather than directly the precinct then.
Yeah.
Because normally they are, like, they are sometimes in the same building, but they're not necessarily connected.
I was gonna say, which morgue? It might be in the same building. It might be like a medical examiner's. It might be a hospital.
Yeah.
There are several possibilities here.
I think was it Bob did say that it had been taken back to his precinct.
Yep.
So we can assume that there is a morgue equivalent connected to that precinct. Because they wouldn't just take a dead body to the police station.
That's fair.
Alright.
So we're going to try to find the dead body in a morgue, hopefully. That's the goal. It sounds like to me. Am I correct? Am I wrong?
We're heading that way.
All right. And of course, whom of you have, shall we say, hospital training, health, medical, professional healthcare worker training? Anyone?
Not me.
Nope.
Definitely not me.
For once.
I've got politics, which can be used for bureaucracy,
Can be
and
used
I'm
for
very good at
bureaucracy.
lying.
And some good old lying, yeah.
I have pretty decent persuasion career.
Fair, fair.
Well, actually, I thought Tony had some medicine because he was so used to patching up his fellow gang members.
It's
we
only
want to
one
do
minute.
some investigation here to find where this person might be. And we're gonna travel for a little bit here, further into downtown. You have the precinct now. Medical examiners close to the precinct. It seems there was once a bureaucracy skill in World of Darkness. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it did get merged with the politics one. Like in the description of politics, it says politics/bureaucracy.
Okay, very good. We have between intelligence politics, we have one person here with a 5. We have. It's not gonna be Sylvester.
No.
I thought
She's
Sylvester would
got
be
the
great at
charm,
politics.
but not the political know-how. No.
It's gonna be either Kate or. Because Tony is terrible at this, right? Yeah. It's gonna be Kate or Goldtooth Charlie who are gonna lead us on this expedition. Between the two of you, I think you're gonna be able to figure out which hospital.
Can we assist each other? Is that a
mean,
thing in the system?
there is no formal rules for that. I think. Like, let's see.
Oh,
I
okay.
could check
Fair
it out
enough.
again, but I'm just
Huh?
winging it
It's fine.
here because both of you have 5 in it, and it feels like we don't necessarily need to roll for this. It's more a question of time than anything
Fair
else.
enough.
Which police precinct is this?
That one. It's in the near West End, shall we say.
Okay. I assume my sire, when he is a police, he probably works close to Gary. I have no idea.
I don't think he's ever told you.
Maybe I wouldn't know.
Probably not, no. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's only working for the police in his own mind and just walking around doing his beat and actually not associated with any precinct in real life. Can never really know with that guy.
Is that the morgue on the map that's near West Side? To the left?
Yes, indeed. Why not? There's a big morgue there.
Very important info, but does your sire Sylvester do like a stereotypical noir detective accent?
Good question. You'll have to answer that, Mikael.
It depends on the personality.
Yeah, I think so.
So there
This is
I
true.
was.
It's entirely possible that Dirk McGriff does a very New Yorkie type of.
With a name like Dirk McGriff, he totally does.
Considering the actual vampire count persona, I feel like the police persona might be something closer to that. Yeah.
If Baron Wittger sounds like a Transylvanian from the 1930s Hollywood, then Dirk McGriff would sound like Harrison Ford sometime in the 80s.
This is good.
Just
This
how
is
it
good. I've done good by mentioning this.
Yes, you have. So we're going to the morgue, and here our friends are going to try to locate... Are we... Okay, here's a fun question, just because we have some high intelligence people here. Are we bringing the newspaper article that was pinned in the 7-Eleven?
That would have more information on it.
As a reference? Yeah, well, this article, it was just sitting pinned on the wall. So this star reporter Scotty Cartwright, whoever that is, all
Does it,
sorts
like
of
look like
words
an
about-
actual newspaper?
Oh yeah, it's like the Inquirer. It's not a newspaper. It's not like something like Chicago Tribune or Washington Post or New York Times.
Right.
It's a National Enquirer.
Like a small publisher?
Oh yeah, very niche. Scandal papers, you know. the 90s equivalent of quick clickbaity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Chief of Police, George O'Malley. Let's try not to run into him.
But yeah, the point is that you can always refer to the body that you're looking for using the paper. Like this body.
The Animal Man.
The Animal Man, exactly. So getting to the medical center, having chats with... You're not by a police precinct now, Tony and Goldtooth, so you're gonna be fairly safe. Though you never know, because there might be cameras around here, so... I have a feeling Kate Peretti is taking the lead now.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
Yeah,
Or-
considering
or
how
s-
Sylvester looks, I don't know if police would like him.
What? Police would love him. Look at Sylvester. He has all the long hair of a rocker and then still dressed in
many
a
piercings.
tux.
Yeah, he is dressed in a tux, so he is at least a bit more formal than normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Ali actually does have sets of clothes that make him look far less like a criminal. But they're in his car, and all our cars are back in Gary.
Now,
And Mr.
Kate is not
Loden.
really the talker of the group, we have to say. So,
It's me.
yeah, Sylvester is the one to do the talking.
I'm
So
a
I have a
talker,
feeling
but everyone
Sylvester
hates
will
me.
be the one going in there, together with Kate probably, to ask some pointed questions about, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kate's currently dressed in a business suit.
I
yes.
suppose I'll have you.
So she
with
could
me
pull
at
off
least.
an attorney if she tried.
Yeah, she doesn't have any credentials to back it up, but
Yeah, she's got blood magic.
yes, don't know that blood
When in
magic
doubt,
would-
shut down their higher brain functions.
Yes, this is true. She can definitely
Yeah, I think
mesmerize.
Sylvester is just gonna be like, so, Kate, what's the plan here? What
we-
are you gonna say?
This is a morgue. I honestly haven't been in one of these before. It's not something I normally do. There's a few different avenues. We could just try to farm our way in. We could bribe our way in. Assume we've got enough money
we
to...
could
Medical
say
examiners
we're
don't make
the-
much.
One line would be to say we're like the family of a victim, but then we would actually have to know someone who's died recently.
Yeah. And we can't say we're family of the other corpse.
no.
Since we don't have any papers to back anything up,
Mm-hmm.
we could just... No. We could just wait for one of them to take a smoke break. We could... Either one of us could mesmerize him, take his keys, and
I
just
can
go on
make
walkabout.
people. I can make people forget things.
Yeah, so could I. It's very useful,
So,
especially with our current group. I'm sorry about earlier, I didn't mean to kill him.
shit happens when you're down in Chicago.
Yeah. Or we could just break in.
Yeah, it's almost like our existence is an abomination.
We can get through most locks. It won't be pretty, but I can get us through them. Wait, it depends. Do we want to try to be stealthy, or do we want to try and convince them?
There doesn't seem to be a skill. There isn't just a skill for law. To actually practice law, or at least pretend you're a lawyer, which skill would that be?
I think it's a subset of academics.
Yep.
That would make sense.
Academics law specialty.
Yep. That's correct. Which means that, again, Kate Peretti is excellent for this. So, the team, Syl and Kate, is perfect. Syl does the talking, Kate does the looking up things in a book and actually making it sound professional.
Yeah, like she can bullshit it. Probably with a, like, academic subterfuge. I don't know
Yep.
if you have to use an attribute, but... Can you use 2 skills? Or does it have to always be a skill and an attribute?
That's how it tends to be. We can do extended. Basically, what you have right now is human opposition. As long as you manage to have a take average of 2 or 3, you should be fine. Until you run into that guy, right?
This thing, if I use academics, my average, I can take half for 3. If I use subterfuge, I can take half for 3.
There you go. Yeah, that should be.
What do you think, Sylvester?
Well, you could definitely pass for someone who's law. What about me, though?
We could say you're my client and you've been called in for questioning. They may not have anything in the books, but they may just want to collect you.
I mean, we could also...
That should get us at least past the front desk. As anyone who's turning themselves in for questioning, the police would just inherently, oh, I don't have books for you. You're here, so I guess I should probably take you in.
But wait, isn't this just a morgue, not a police station?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, morgue. Yeah, you're at the morgue now. Basically, you're
Yeah,
asking
also-
to see the dead
Okay,
body
okay.
of...
Sylvester in a tuxedo may not be that.
Okay,
This is so close to New Year's. We could say that, could just imply that, or the truth, that you were to party and then you got called away for something urgent.
So you're asking to see the dead body of John Doe, this one, pointing to the newspaper article, because you wouldn't know which John Doe this is, or Jane Doe for that matter.
Yeah, I could just ask if...
Although you do know the address it was found at.
Yes, that you do. Found
Sylvester?
at the
I
abandoned
mean, I could be...
7-Eleven.
I could be asking to see a recently deceased. Pull a name out of nowhere.
I'm thinking a better option would be to just go in and just say I'm a superstar's or a rock star's handler, and just say, look, he's trying to get some new material. He wants to see a corpse. And then just...
Oh, goodness, this is gonna be great for my reputation. Oh, sure, why not? Why not?
He wants something to really inspire him. Here's $100.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
well, so
Actually,
like
not
that
a
one,
bad idea.
this is not gonna help my satanic panic reputation, but sure.
Not at all.
No.
It's gonna be so helpful.
That reminds
for
me
the
of
story.
that one Swedish black rocker who took a photo of his bandmate who committed suicide.
No, that's actually a Norwegian metalhead.
It's
That's a rough story.
Yeah.
But I guess
No,
the
I
thing
think
that
Honestly,
we're
that's
talking-
that's
you're talking
pretty
about
close
the
to the
Norwegian
truth.
black metal scene. And any horrific story you tell, somebody who knows the scene is just going to say, "Can you narrow it down a bit?"
Yeah, I know people who actually work with the band, coincidentally.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we go with that story. You're a rocker. I'm a handler. You just want... I'm just satisfying your need for inspiration. Yeah. And it's just, okay, have you got any really big corpses? Something to really put the impression in? And I'm just whispering to the other guy, I don't want to come here twice. Just show me something cool and we'll go.
The person there is gonna be like, what? The what and the what now? And there's an increasing frown in the face, but as you keep talking, and you being as persuasive as you are with the 3 and these 2 in the pool here, they're gonna be like, wait, oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Wow, a rocker doing this? That's far out. Let's see now. I'm gonna roll.
I know.
I'm gonna roll a die. If I roll low, they're not gonna think it's cool. If I roll high, they're gonna think it's cool. And if I roll low, there'll probably be more... You're all terrible, but this is kind of creepy, and I can't wait to tell my friends.
Yeah, this is going to be a good story.
Exactly. Nope, this is apparently someone who's also into that type of music. A little bit. Never heard of this particular... what band are you with? This is a young morgue attendant because they have the worst shift, right? It's like close to 3 a.m. now. Nobody wants this shift. It's always the youngest people who have to pull this shift. So this guy
Also, it does explain them being a bastard.
Exactly. And they're like 22. They have the hair in a very long ponytail, basically. And it's 91, so the goatee hasn't quite entered the fashion yet. That's going to take another couple of years. But yeah, a ponytail and way too many pimples for his own good. But he's what band is this? Have I heard of it?
Oh, it's we don't usually do this dark stuff, but it's Vixen with 3 X's.
Vixen with 3 X's. Let's see now. How much
I'm
fame
glad he
do you
can't pull
have?
out a smartphone and look
You
up
have
anything.
fame.
I
I'm
have
gonna
fame.
allow you to add your fame to the local band, right? Down in Gary. For what it's worth, man, I think you guys are awesome. Baby Cars
you
is
know
Baby
about
Cars,
that
but Vixen close second. Not gonna lie.
Vampires have to be so fucking pissed about smartphones and extra security cameras.
Yes.
Like, if I was like a fucking Bruja and learn about that shit, I would be so angry.
Let's just say that there is a reason there is a second Inquisition in the 2020s.
In Sylvester makes a mental note to actually write a dark song after this, just to pull up his alibi.
Like, we need to
You're a
short up.
vampire. You're a vampire. You've been out for 0.1 second. You've already broken the Masquerade 3 times.
Only if you use a vampire power in public, you know. Anyway.
I know. I like.
But this fellow, to not get sidetracked, this fellow will definitely bring you all down to the morgue. Hey, okay, nobody needs to know about this, right? I guess
I understand. It's just like we've got to keep the rep down. We got to keep it neat to know. Like the Vixen is
sure.
a
He's
real
gonna
up and
hold
comer.
out
We
his-
we don't want your bosses looking through the cameras and saying, "Who the fuck's that?"
Exactly.
Like,
So
we don't want to raise questions for you. If you could just do some things up there, or just
holds
wind back
out
the tapes
hand, expects a bribe.
a bit. Yep, I give bribe.
You
'cause
give bribe,
I've got
yeah.
resources.
Yeah, it's gonna be from Kate because you have more money than Sylvester.
Yeah, I've got resources too.
Yeah, that's
I can
exactly
afford a
right.
bribe.
You can afford a bribe. So he's so he's gonna tuck in the 100 somewhere, and here, I'll fix you up. And he's gonna, if you just go outside for a moment, I'll fix you up. So he's gonna get you white coats, so you can get in there and look slightly right, and then you go in. And then the next question is, you want to find the dead body in question, don't you? But
I
we're
think
looking.
with Sense the Unseen, there should be like pressure coming off this corpse if it's nearby.
There should be. You're absolutely right. And as you're walking around in this morgue, you will very quickly realize, just based on your sense the unseen, you don't even have to draw open the boxes, that what you're looking for is not here. There's absolutely no sense of, like, I'm having a feeling that Sylvester and Kate, as you're walking towards the morgue, what if that body is here, given how you reacted in that basement? Are you gonna go absolutely nuts if that body is here?
Last time, that's just a slapped face. So I think we're fine.
Yeah, but there was still loss of control, and you're getting a guided tour by a human who is, like, completely oblivious to all of this and just walking in.
Yeah, they don't know about the freak shit.
They don't. They really don't.
Well,
Oh.
because
Guess
of this story, we've just used this story of Rourke wanting to see a corpse, we could narrow down the search instead of just asking to see a body. Act like you're particularly interested in this Animal Man case and like the cultists who killed themselves, so we get shown the specific bodies at least.
Are we gonna
Yeah,
do
that is
that?
some pretty fucking wicked shit.
I guess I could just try to twist the conversation towards, like, we heard rumors about a bunch of cult stuff, like that could be really good for the album. Like, did you get
That
anything
you
like
can.
that come in?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, right, the cult stuff, man. Yeah, sure. It was a whole thing like yesterday, man. It was pretty nuts. Yeah, we
Were they
we heard.
worshipping a body? Is that what's happening down there?
I mean, it was supposed to be, and it was like, far as I know, it was like I work the night shift, yeah, so I only get the rumors from the folks who work the day shift, and apparently, yeah, they raided that place with the Satanist cult in it, and they found a DB, and they shipped it over here, but apparently it's like a super special case, so the feds intervened. And yeah, FBI, and so they came down here and grabbed the DB, and now I don't know where it is.
There wasn't transfer orders for a new location?
I wasn't here. I don't know. That's just what they told me. That was a thing.
Oh, finding that body would have been really good.
I bet, right?
Yeah.
I read that what's the name? Tell It All, that article. Man, that would have been so cool to have that thing here. And it had like tooth and stuff. I don't know. Very cool.
Had like a tooth?
Yeah, that's what the article said. It had a huge, super long tooth or something.
Oh, you didn't see the corpse yourself?
But no,
when
I
it was
didn't.
here?
I don't work day shift, man. Sorry.
Fair enough.
We see the other cultists.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's all just like bullets to the back of the head.
Strangulation wounds, apparently.
Which is like, Charles, do you want to look over this? He's getting inspiration from this? Like, you're the one, Charlie's the one with the medical knowledge, right?
No, Charlie doesn't have any medical knowledge.
I have 2 intelligence, 1 medicine.
That's not going to carry you very far.
You don't say.
I guess we can try. Oh, Kate could just look over the corpses with... She doesn't have medicine, but she's got 4 in. She just look
Charlie
over and
has
see
4
whether,
intelligence as well.
just to see whether they're, like, self-inflicted.
That's a good question, isn't it?
Did these people strangle themselves to death? Because that would be strange. And they were, like, all isolated in their cells when it happened.
Yep. They were...
Could a cultist have any marks on them? Other than the strangulation? Like any symbols or anything?
You can't really... Now, they seem to have gone to extraordinary lengths to kill themselves in different ways. We're talking about people who construct ropes from their own clothes and then hang themselves from anything they can find. If there is a doorknob, they use that. Of course, in a cell there isn't a doorknob, but if they are in a cell with bars for doors, then they can just tie it around one of the horizontal bars and just hang from that until they die. So all of them have, not all of them did it that way. Some might have smuggled a piece of plastic cutlery and managed to make it sharp enough to puncture their jugular. They went to extraordinary lengths to kill themselves.
Are they?
Honestly, impressive.
Yes, it is.
Would it be able to tell if these are mortal bodies?
The cultists? Yes, absolutely. Medicine check is always a possibility.
Can I argue for a cult? Because I have 1 dot in a cult, I have no dots in medicine.
Although they wouldn't, if
could
they
use a
weren't
cult.
mortal, they wouldn't have been able to hang themselves.
You can
Wouldn't
use
have done anything.
occult to look over them for signs of markings and whatnot. And that's probably not even going to be difficult. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of occult there, Sylvester, but Kate does, and her intelligence is high as well, so she will be able to discern that some of them, not all of them, we're talking 7 people here all together, some of them have tattoos that are definitely Satanist in nature. We're talking about the...
I do have a specialty for symbols.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
seems
true.
relevant.
That does seem relevant. So between... Okay. So it's going to be a 2 and... Yeah, this is not very hard, because these are very, shall we say, proliferate types of tattoos. I guess Sylvester will recognize them too. It's the classic Satanist symbology. The down-pointing pentagram, the goat's head, that kind of thing. Number 666. Yeah, Satanist symbology, but pop culture Satanist symbology.
So not actual satanic cross, but just like upside down crosses and whatnot.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Off
Wasn't
the shelf
Baphomet?
Satanist starter kit.
Yeah, your local Walmart Satanist.
They got these Satanists at Temu.
they got their Satanist on Temu. Yes.
Ah, they just pulls up a Wiccan starter kit then.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
like- That's a Satanist symbol, but like the movie kind of symbols, you know?
Doesn't seem
Interesting.
very real, does it?
And Charlie
No
will
real
ask the
knowledge
morgue
that went into
attendant
this.
if they still have the file on the other body that the FBI took away, or if the FBI took it all.
No, they grabbed it all as far as I know, man. I don't know, you can check. He'll go into the records and John don't know. No, sorry, can't find anything here.
Fucking
It's okay, it's okay. We're just curious about the thing. It's damn freaky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the officer who did the Fed who took it have to sign off on anything?
Yeah, I think they did. Here we go. Here's a document on that.
I'm just thinking if we get a name,
Special Agent Shepard, apparently, yeah.
if we get a name, we can go to the police station to try and follow up on this.
Special Agent Shepard.
So we can plan the rest of our night. It's 3 a.m. now. What time's sunrise?
7?
We can make a rush to the police station where it was initially picked up. There might be more information, since they were doing an investigation there.
Huh.
Although there's a decent chance the feds picked up everything there as well. We're having this conversation while he's attending the documents.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh, actually, is there an FBI? There's got to be like an FBI field office in Chicago.
Absolutely there is. But do you want to poke the FBI?
Yeah, let's not poke the FBI.
Yeah, plus,
They poke
plus
back
there's-
aggressively.
There's also the possibility that this guy wasn't an FBI agent. He's just another interested party like us.
If we poke the FBI, they're going to send crack to our entire neighborhood.
That Charlie does have a point. We
Yeah.
have no actual. We don't have any proof. Did they sign when they signed off on the documents? Did they put their ID or number or anything
FBI
like that?
agent in crayon.
No, it would be a signature, obviously, and
Would there be like a code, an agent number?
probably not.
Like an officer
I don't
number?
think. Or would there be? I don't know how these things work in real life.
Neither do we.
But you have the agent's name, and it's the FBI, so
First or last name?
you would have both, wouldn't you?
If they
You
signed
said
it, yeah.
Special Agent Shepard.
Yeah, okay, I haven't
Yeah.
given you the first name yet. I'm an evil man. I'll fix that.
I'm not sure what's worse, if they're an FBI agent, like just an actual FBI agent, or if they're just some random asshole who pulled an Erickson.
That does leave one
William Shepard.
possible way.
William Shepard. okay.
Special Agent William Shepard.
It does leave us one option that we could phone up, to go to a phone box, phone the FBI field office, and ask if there's a Special Agent William Shepard there.
Just call from a phone.
Yeah, I
booth.
don't think that's a good idea. Sorry.
Tony, as you say this, considers just walking off and doing just that.
We just see you exit.
Smoke coming from my ears, some fucking like 90s computer sounds as I process this information.
Didn't dial up.
We could reach out on the list that we now have.
I have looked it over. Well, me, the player, I've looked it over, but I guess Sylvester wouldn't remember it entirely in his head.
There is a Abraham DeSalle. They are obviously, I don't want to step on toes or worry people, but they are the Tremere Regent. But their focus is on the lawyers. So tracking down a FBI field agent might be in their wheelhouse. And that could definitely get us possibly a meeting.
The problem
Maybe
with
we
talking
leave
to
off the
anybody,
details of what we've just experienced with the sheriff, but
that's what I'm about to say. The problem with reaching out to anybody may be that word has just gone out that we ran off with a bunch of anarchs.
I don't think the sheriff's going to be big on broadcasting that fuck up.
I hope you're not saying this in the morgue, by the way. Just FYI.
Fair.
Hey, maybe. Look, it's fine. You can do that weird memory thing you can do. That's how Tony words it.
Yeah, I prefer
You know?
to do it all of the time.
I can just jostle them around, and you can do that thing.
So much worse. Okay, I think we've got everything we need here.
Oh,
Right.
wait, one last thing we can do. We can ask the morgue attendant if he can show us the FBI removing the body, and just say that'd be a cool thing to see.
That's a very good idea.
Oh yeah, security cameras.
Oh, you want to see the security cameras?
Of the body getting taken. Very
Well, I
smart
can't
idea.
show you that, man. Gee Christ. How much do you think I can do here?
What? Who would know?
You can part the Red Sea, obviously.
Hey,
we
do it for
gonna-
the story.
Are we gonna mesmerize the guys? Show me the security cameras right now?
Or Tony can do his other form of persuasion.
Oh, fuck it. Okay.
I'm hungry, man. I have 3 whole hunger dots. Maybe I can just shake them around a little.
Nibble.
Can't you eat a corpse? Why don't we check the cameras while you're biting on a corpse?
Okay.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. Drinking his blood in front of a bunch of cameras.
No, let's not do
Look,
that.
There's the computer right there. We can delete the security footage.
Okay,
Kate
I'll do a
could
rouse
literally
check
do that because
to
she's
mesmerize.
an expert computer hacker. Oh my god.
Because I think Sylvester.
Yeah,
Or if you guys
Sylvester is good with the technology, at
I
least a little
don't
bit.
think you have to be a rocket scientist to delete some security camera footage.
Actually, in this era, the security camera footage won't be on a computer, will it? It'll just be on
It'll
tape.
be mechanical,
Yeah.
but you can still. They're the actual. So they're not hooked up to a computer, but the recording devices, the cassette recorders, are all digital and have little computers in them. So with Kate's immense technology skill, it's not going to be terribly hard to put pause on various. As long as she can get into the security room, she can do this.
That's the thing. If you guys could.
You're giving me more reasons as to why I should just punch this guy.
No, just distract him, flatter him, and.
Okay, I can do that. I have 6 whole dice of persuasion charisma.
Perfect. Sylvester, if you could probably help me find the recording room. What's it called? surveillance room, office, whatever it's called.
He's not the one manning that, because it's like a morgue, so you're gonna have to talk
To be fair, at this time of day, probably no one's manning it.
Fair, yeah, that's fair.
It's a low priority thing. Who
It's a
steals
low
from a
priority
morgue?
thing. Nobody steals from a morgue. That's so yeah, okay. He's gonna do it, and he's gonna bring out his keys, and it's like, this is wild, man. I can get in so much, but you have all, like, particularly Kate with all the subterfuge, and he's gonna be tricked into helping you, but he's starting to feel a bit nervous about this whole thing, and there will be some.
I'll slide him another $50 at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be needed. Okay.
I think as Kate goes to...
I think what might be best is if Tony flips a coin to see whether or not he does something Bruja.
You know what? No, we don't have to do that, because you're gonna get that enough of that anyway, I feel. No, I'm actually gonna turn to a good old rule set from Chronicles of Darkness 1st edition called Sway, where you cannot really just get people to do super sketchy things immediately. You have to talk them into it, and so on and so forth. And in this case,
It's very structured for a Bruja.
what was that? Yeah, maybe. Where did it go? There we go. We want to have intimate sway. And to get some intimate sway, you're going to go from casual to intimate, and it's going to take a while, right? And you need to have... Trying to convince a guy to go... and you need to get... How much do we need? We need to get... I think it's twice their willpower. In successes to convince them.
I'm gonna be honest, Mikael.
Yeah.
I feel we've clearly demonstrated throughout this campaign, however, that the last thing Tony is a patient person.
This is true, but so I'm gonna say like this, Kate. If we roll a charisma subterfuge with -2 dice for rushing this, who knows what might happen? It's either that or mesmerism, really.
Or
I think Sylvester is just gonna put his hand around this guy's shoulder and just be like, you know about the whole tape thing? Just forget about that. And he's gonna
Cloud
use
memory?
Cloud memory.
Yeah, he's...
He's pulled out the key and led us to the door. So
yeah, and
he's not really
standing by the
necessary
door,
from
and
this
he's-
point.
No, this is wrong. I can get in so much trouble for this. Seriously, guys. But
Get
I
away
also
from
feel
this.
like you've
This
been
point.
here for a while, so let's say that you've been talking to him for about half an hour now, back and forth about you've looked at bodies, you've done this, you've done that. So
we've been goofy goobers.
that's why it's only a -2 on trying to get the level of sway you need to get him to do the things. And that's either going to be manipulation, persuasion. Well, that's not going to be enough, is it, Kate Peretti? He has at least 2 in willpower points, because it's the lowest you can have. Okay,
Now,
then. If we go by that, I guess we have 2 successes. So he's, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Dang it. I hope I don't get in trouble over this. And he just opens up. This is the weirdest night I've ever had. But
I think Sylvester's plan is the better one, though.
But
I think
man.
he's gonna do that afterwards, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, he's gonna be letting you into the security room. He's used his keys, and yeah, you can see all the cameras and all the VHS tapes they use to record things.
Yeah, clarification real quick. Now that we're in here, we could totally just real quick tamper with the security footage of tonight, right?
Absolutely.
All right then. Next clarification: how many successes do you think, since this guy's busy talking to Sylvester, Kate Peretti, how many successes do you think it would take to just grab him, give him the kiss from behind?
Tony is a Tony, isn't he? Yeah, you have a Dex and Brawl specializing in grappling. Yeah, it's gonna be
I
a
was about to
child's
say
play
you
for
you can't see my face, but my head is in my hands.
No, because technically Sylvester's got your arm around his neck, so you're kind of acting like a protection currently.
Guy. all Tony really needs to do is just grab his wrist, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go for the neck. You can just as well go for the arm.
Yes, this is...
So all of a sudden, as Sylvester's talking to him, he just goes completely limp in Sylvester's arms as he is moaning the pleasurable moan of getting the kiss. And
Sylvester
Tony
kind of
is...
just like captures the man, just like, whoop.
Exactly. And Tony will drink how much? You're not hungry yet, so that's good.
Just 2 fangs of it. Of blood.
Okay.
Not enough.
Slake yourself 2 steps. That's gonna take a little while, of course, because you don't want to hurt him, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Sylvester just gives you like a slightly judgy look.
That's gonna take you the rest of this scene, literally.
Is Sylvester gonna join in after, like last time?
No, it's not gonna. That's gonna be risky, so no.
Because you're also pretty hungry, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, but he's just gonna be grouchy about it.
So the rest of the scene, you are looking over security tapes. You know what? I think you're gonna get a grainy picture of the guy who you don't have any sound, of course, but earlier today, in fact, during the daylight hours when you were sleeping your wonderful sleep in the hotel, that's how long it feels like a year ago before you went to meet Ballard, and that's sometime during that time of day. It was noon. You will see a fellow who I need to fix it. I did not think you would go this way.
You didn't think we'd do well?
I didn't think you would do this particular thing.
You have a Malkavian in the party. And
Yeah, I know. I should expect everything. He's about average height, average build. He has olive skin. You can't really tell the skin color, but you can tell that he's not chalky white. He's not an Anglo as such.
I can't believe you didn't expect this from Mr. Yacht Crasher.
And he has like a military crew cut style almost on his hair. Yeah.
Is there any cameras inside the morgue? Inside the actual autopsy room? I'm just wondering, is there any way we could get an image of the body as well? Because right now all we have is mental visions.
No, I don't think they had messed with the body yet. It was just lying in... There's no pictures of the body. It was lying in a body bag, and he just wheeled it out.
Also, if this was a... Do they have cameras outside, I'm assuming, as well?
Yep.
Was the license plate pick-upable of the van that took it away?
It was.
Okay. We
now
can
all you
definitely
need to
use
do,
that.
etc.
To be fair, Sylvester managed to close his eyes and imaginescape a bunch of stuff just from a license plate.
Yep.
Last time.
Yep.
But it also gives us another way of more information to track this guy down. Or at least track the body.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah. After you're done with that, and I guess I'm done feeding, I guess I say, hey, one of you do the thing with the memories?
Not necessary after you've kissed him. Right?
He's so woozy. He's not dead, he's just woozy and... what was that? That was the trippiest thing I've ever had, man. Whoa. I didn't know it could feel like that.
How about you just forget the whole tape thing and now he's gonna use cloud memory.
He's
You
gonna
could've turned
forget
him into
the
a groupie.
feeding, probably, yeah.
Hey, he might come to a show later, who knows?
He might come to the show later, yes. Because cloud memory works on superficial
Unsuspecting
feeding.
mortals.
This is not superficial though, because he took 2 dots. So cloud memory is not.
I think
gonna
it's
be
more
enough.
the last few minutes
Yeah.
of the thing.
Yeah, because 2 dots that Tony took, that's more than a few minutes. That's a whole scene. If Tony is just taking 1 sip, it works. But then he's back down on 2 hunger. Up to you.
Cloud memory would technically work for the feeding, but not for the destruction of tapes, possibly.
Okay, that's fine.
It works for a superficial feeding, so one slaked hunger only. I would say. Are we going with that? We're going with that.
Yeah.
It took the edge off, didn't it, Tony?
Yep. Oh, also now now I feel comfortable enough to do a rouse check to heal that bit of health that I lost from the sun.
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
Nice.
Nice. When you wake tomorrow night, you will no longer have the aggravated damage. You're like forcing the blood into all the places where you have the burns, which is probably mostly in your face, really.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna get done. Here we are, everybody, in the morgue. You have some new leads. What's the next step, I wonder? A bit running out of time here.
Yeah. I think what might be
Few hours
best
left.
now is find a place to settle down for the night,
The day.
since we're running out of time.
We could bail back to Gary and pick up our vehicles, because being without them is a real pain. And we could spend the night in Gary, or the day, and we also need to consider, we want to go back to Modius and inform him of what's happening.
Yeah, I checked the time. We probably have enough time to maybe head to our places, but then again, wouldn't they suspect that we would head back to our places and check him out? Maybe not like to stay the night, but
They might.
yeah, I think the safer bet might honestly just be to sleep somewhere in Chicago.
Do they know where we live, though? Modis knows where I live, but apparently.
And also, since our cars are at Modius's place, we could just go and stay there, and then we'd be under his protection, whatever security he has.
True. Okay, you haven't said anything really. What do you think?
Yeah. It's probably good for us to rest. We need it.
Yeah, but like in Chicago
What?
or Gary?
I think getting out of the direct reach of the sheriff right now might be a good idea, but we
Yeah.
also have cut off any way for what was the person's name? Description. Nope. Not drug. Damien. We've cut off any way for Damien to communicate with us currently, because he told us to wait in one spot, and then.
We can't
That's
exactly
about it.
wait where he told us to wait. It's swarming
No,
with
no,
cops.
I know that. Yeah, it's probably better to do it in Gary, or
If we
at
wanted
least
to
some
contact
midpoint between the two.
if we wanted to hook back with them, we'd probably have to go to one of the known Anarch hangouts.
I don't know where
If-
they are.
All right. Since we're going back to Gary, we probably shouldn't stay at our own havens because there is a pretty high chance that the vampires of Chicago know where our havens are. They might
They
not, but it's too big of a risk to take, I think.
I think they probably would. I think the prince may have an idea. I don't think the sheriff and what's the name? The Prince of Gary,
Modius.
Modius. Sorry, couldn't find his name for a second. I don't think they're on good terms, so I don't think they're going to be sharing much information. And the sheriff did just fuck up monumentally in his own building and lost a bunch of people that he had been told by the council to watch and monitor. So I don't think he's going to be going around saying, "Oh, look, I fucked up and failed. Let's fix my mistake."
Yeah.
He's probably going to come at us subtly.
Yeah. Here's a suggestion then. If we're okay with going to our havens, how about instead of us splitting up and going to our own individual haven, we stick together for a while and stay in one haven?
I was thinking Charlie moves between hotels anyway, so he could just get a new hotel and we could all pile into that. Or if one of you has a more secure haven, and we can all consolidate there with... How many ghouls do we have between us? Is it 2?
Yeah. Wait, Tony has the perfect place for this. Yeah. So Tony he looks at the group and he says, "Wait a minute, I have the perfect place we can set up. All right, so my haven has some security measures, and also there's my ghoul, Dexter. He ain't no pushover in a fight. We could probably stay at my place for the night."
Yeah, it's probably better than the dump I have, to be honest.
I guess as we're driving back to Gary, we can decide as well, do we want to contact Modius or just sleep one day in Gary and then come back to Chicago and try and peel back more layers of this?
I'm gonna be honest, Modius has done fuck all for us.
What do you mean? He's been so helpful in every sense.
He's literally the bastard that sent us here in the first place.
And don't we have some other stuff? Assuming we get back to Gary with some nighttime left, we've got a couple of things we can analyze. Because we took the stuff from... What did we get from the computer?
Right now it's 3.5 hours until sunlight, just to give you a sense. And to get to Gary is 1 hour.
We got the stuff off Lodin's computer. And depending on how hacking works in this era, especially for Kate, there might be a chance to find the number plate of the van that the apparent FBI agent used.
I definitely have tech resources at my haven, so I definitely have the ability to go online and possibly try to track down this number plate, but there's a decent chance if it's a federal thing, there's a decent chance it's on physical paper somewhere. It's not online.
Tony says, "Personally, I'd rather deal with all this nerd computer nonsense tomorrow when we have more time, and rather just hole up in my hole in the ground tonight."
The search takes a while to complete. You press enter on the search and then you sleep during the day, and hopefully when you wake up the search is completed.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna have to agree with Tony on this one.
Yeah.
In theory, you have 1 more hour to do something in Chicago if you want to feel safe about getting back to Gary.
No, I'm leaving.
Nope.
I'm leaving.
All right then.
Yeah, let's book it, gang.
All right, the gang is booking it from Chicago and going back down to good old safe Gary, where nothing bad can ever happen to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we like taking the bus back to Gary? What's happening here?
Isn't that the question?
Or maybe we just have to phone your ghoul to come get us.
Yeah, it's gonna.
it's
gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's going to take an hour for him to drive over, and then an hour for us to drive back. Hey, it's going to be close.
Yep.
Yep, it will be close, but we can manage it.
It's enough.
Dibs on the trunk, just in case.
Hey, this is an American car. We can probably all fit in the trunk.
True, we probably all could.
Yeah,
Since it's gonna take a little while, is Sylvester and Tony gonna spend a little bit of time to try to hunt before you get back and all that stuff? You do have the time for a
I
quick
guess
hunt.
while if we were gonna get Leopold to pick us up, then yeah, I guess we would have time in between to hunt.
Yeah. Now, you are now in western Chicago, which is I say? It's more like a middle-class suburban sprawl, I think, right here. It's not really downtown.
So not
Or-
really homeless folk or just random people walking down the street.
Exactly. So the difficulty here, it's going to be a 4 or a 5. I haven't quite decided.
If Charlie is gonna teach them his hunting racists method of feeding, probably the best place to go to in Chicago is whatever that neighborhood where the White Sox Stadium is. The
That's a
most
good
notoriously
question.
racist places in Chicago.
You have to go there too, like you.
Yeah, we should probably stay where we are. The longer we're in Chicago now, waiting, it's not great. We need to get to our havens as well.
Yeah,
haven.
the arena you're talking about, that's on the south side. So that would be like you're here right now, and you would have to go somewhere here.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
So honestly, I think the safe bet would just be to honestly not hunt and just stick to where we are and worry about eating tomorrow.
Very well
At
then.
less dangerous times. That is, unless you want to sleep in an abandoned building today. Or a dumpster.
Sleep in a
Suppose I could
dumpster.
hunt in the morning if push comes to shove.
Very well then. This seems like an excellent place to take a break in the game. Because you are all gonna go to sleep, aren't you?
I'm gonna try.
And you're sleeping in Tony's haven, as far as I understand it, because it's secure and everything.
My God, sleepover at Tony's place. Yee.
Yeah, it's
Sleep over at Tony's place.
definitely the most secure place out of all of our havens.
When you
It's
get
just, like,
get to
creepy.
Tony's haven, you're gonna run straight into Dexter, who's gonna be like, "Hey, cabron, where the hell have you been, hermano?" And he's just gonna give you a big hug. I've been so worried about you, primo. What's going on?
Shit has gone on to hell in Chicago,
Oh shit,
and so we're
man.
holding up my. So basically, we're now being accused of kidnapping the Prince of Chicago, which we had no way of doing. I know, real silly story that. And then we got roped into investigating the kidnapping that we didn't do.
Oh, the man always gets you, right? Even among your people, right?
Yeah, and then we got helped out by this, let's call him anarchist. They got us out of that tight spot. And we funnily enough learned a few things about what to do next. For tonight, we're going to stay here in Gary, and then tomorrow we're going to head back to Chicago.
I got your back, always.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome families. You're all cool people because you're with my Tony. He's my primo. He's my brother.
Kate will throw up her best gang sign impression.
He's over today.
Yeah, Dexter's just looking towards Tony and going, "Gringa, huh?"
Yes. See. Oy.
I've been, yeah, everybody's gonna go to sleep, and I think that's the perfect moment for us to take a short break, and then we shall be back with more action from Chicago in the near and far times, as it were. And we're back! But, my friends, we're not gonna be back in Chicago, where in 1991, where the vampires are sleeping their day sleep, looked out for by their respective ghouls, Dexter and Leo. No, we're gonna go to Cool Britannia and old London, where our friends, the humans serving Loden, are currently doing their thing. And what exactly are we doing in London, my friends? There's been, you had the drama with the book, you were buying the book, and there was the drama in a hotel room where Natasha and Amber basically survived by the skin of their teeth after an absolutely enormously powerful man ghoul, maybe? He was not a regular person. The level of damage he took from the bullets you put in him? No, not a regular person at all.
Technically, they
Captain
survive by
Natasha.
the skin of Amber's face.
Yes. And Amber is also... Yeah, exactly. Amber is like, ow, my face is ruined, which is my one big asset.
After Natasha shot the ghoul, Derek came running out of the bedroom wearing a dressing gown looking like Hugh Hefner.
Yes, basically. And that's basically it for that particular scene. What might we
yes,
be
now
doing
you
now?
bring it
I think we're gonna have Rourke and Julian returning from the auction to one very nice hotel room, aren't we?
Yeah, what's the state of the door? Is that kicked in or?
It is. I mean, it was opened by room service. That's how the whole thing started. But I have a feeling that a part of the door is a bit buckled. Because he kicked the door in to get to Amber.
Fair enough. Rourke's just gonna immediately say what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see Amber sitting in like a recliner with her face plastered with... How good is Natasha with medicine here? Pretty decent. You put a bunch of cold packs on and just bandaging, so her face is like in a big package right now.
Basics.
Yeah.
How does
for
healing
things-
work for ghouls? Will that sort itself out in a day or something?
Depends on how much blood they get access to from their
It's
master.
human. It's like human healing, but slightly faster, I think.
We recently did get a top up within the last 48 hours.
You did.
First thing Julian says is, Natasha, are you and Loden okay?
Yes, the assailant did not make it inside to the princess' chambers.
Okay, so nothing of value was harmed.
No.
Amber's... I heard that, Julian. Ow. It's more like, I heard that, Julian. Oh. Because her face is just completely swollen.
Yeah, Julian just gives out a small evil grin.
Yeah, she's gonna just flip him the finger. Because that doesn't hurt, at least.
Yes, it's... I suppose I should ask how the auction went. Although it's less important, but still somewhat important considering the master's wishes.
I guess I'll let Rourke lead here.
Speaking of the master's wishes,
Yeah.
it's been a bit of a day, hasn't it? But you've been to the auction all afternoon. The night is falling, is what I'm saying. The master will be awake soon. Is there anything else you want to do before the master wakes?
Crack open the box because he was in the box.
He can crack it open
what-
himself. He has a latch. It opens from the inside.
Oh, I mean, is it still like in the shipping crate or is
Oh, yeah, okay. If you want to crack open the shipping crate, yes, he would appreciate
Yeah.
that very much. Because
He wakes up, just let me out!
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm still in here!
Though knowing him, he could probably just, use his amazing vampire blood to burst open himself.
It would be polite.
It would be polite, absolutely. I'm not saying anything
Look,
against
I
that.
have Small Dog with me. I have Teddy.
Yeah, we're opening the crate, and soon enough you will hear the typical creaking sound of that chest being pulled open, and Loden rises from the chest. He does not rise like Count Orlok. He has to actually step out of it. But I have a feeling, out of due respect, you're letting him do it in his own room so he can do his whatever to feel ready and then come out into the room together with you. And obviously...
His early night routine, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously the first thing he sees when he's finally done with his early night routine is Amber being absolutely packaged like that. And he will ask, it seems there is a report to be made, yes?
Obviously, sire. We have successfully acquired... We don't have the book yet, or we do have the book?
You do have the book. We
Yeah, we have the book, yeah, because we didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, lost.
Obviously, there was a attempt on yourself that was thwarted by Natasha and Amber's diligence. At the time, we were procuring the book from the auction, but there have been no further attempts since, and you have permission from the Queen of London to partake, as long as the feeding does not happen in the entertainment quarter.
Very well.
The
Clearly-
nature of the attack was quite a lot stronger. Natasha was very thorough with the retaliation, but the vampire or the ghoul walked away, which was surprising. Is there some blood of it in the wall where it was shot?
Must be. But none of you
Well,
have
No,
mere
but maybe the prince
powers.
does.
What was that?
Maybe the prince can tell the difference between ghoul and vampire.
It couldn't have been a vampire. They would have been on literal fire.
Oh,
It was in the middle of the day.
daylight, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We'll look all of you over and say, yes, clearly our arrival has gone noticed, and this is no longer a safe place to be. Very well. I shall make some arrangements. I will want... We shall keep the reservation here. It can be a good fallback in case of extreme emergency, but it also can be good to keep our assailants distracted. Rourke, you will have an important mission.
Of course.
I want you to find a different place, a different hotel we could stay at. It cannot be very hard. The rest of you all? She's looking at Amber. Amber, stay here. When I'm not here, I'm sure you will be safe. And I do not want you to show your face at the moment. I will give you more blood, of course, to help your healing process. The rest of you, Derek, Natasha, Julian, we will go and feed, and I will have my evening supper, and then we will go to the Queen's Haven, yes?
Understood, boss.
Very good. The three of you will leave. Without further ado.
Yep.
I feel like whenever I say boss, it's like the inner... Never mind.
Meaning that Amber is alone in the hotel room with her packaged face. She's gonna switch on the telly and watch whatever BBC has going. And I guess try to laugh a little bit about the things that she finds so peculiar. But every time she laughs, she's gonna be like, oh! She has literally 3 aggravated damage in her face.
Oh,
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that'll do
Probably
it.
like
It's not
broken
good.
something in there.
Yeah, it's gonna take... Yeah, exactly. She's gonna smoke. She's gonna smoke and get high. Painkiller. It's a painkiller for her. Definitely a painkiller. Meanwhile, let's go with a little group who are going to have a feed. Shall we?
Have fun.
Yeah, have
Why
fun.
did you bring weed with her to Britain?
Did
she
she manage to
smuggle that?
sneak weed past the guy?
I don't know. Amber has ways, okay?
She has her ways.
It's been an entire day in Loden's Haven, and I'm sure she's had her ways. It's Cool Britannia 1969. It's definitely going to be a bellhop or two who knows where to get that stuff. and she can flutter her eyelashes with the best. Probably the first thing she did was like, "Can you hit me up with some? I need a blunt, man."
Now Amber is high and watching episodes of Dad's Army.
There you go. Yes, that makes a good deal of sense. All right. Yeah. Loden is going to command to be taken somewhere to feed. And as you are sitting in the limousine, rental of course, Derek is driving. You've had a whole day to sleep. I propose, Derek, my friend, that we go... How about an early evening stage show before we go to the Queen's Mansion?
And
I'm
now
not
you
there.
You're not there.
Get the nerve-wracking experience of Derek driving on the opposite side of the road to what he's used to.
It's not very nerve-wracking because a very good driver, let's just say.
Yeah.
Just has to remember not to accidentally go on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, but isn't that Derek on average Tuesday, though?
It is. It is. Meanwhile, of course, we have our good friend Rourke, who is going to get himself to a different hotel, isn't he?
Yeah. He's probably just going to try to set that up with etiquette
Yep.
for high living or something.
Duh.
The upper classes.
Indeed.
Damn,
Don't get us a place that's too posh, like where the penthouse suites all have butler service, because the butler sees everything anyway, and we do not want the butler seeing what they might see here.
Exactly. So...
Yeah, so he's just going to start making a bunch of phone calls and trying to be as refined as the nobility that normally tries to use these channels is.
Indeed. It's a routine errand, really, for you. It's not very hard for you to get this done. What you will have to do is start getting all the bags over, because someone's got to do that, too. And,
Do you want me to roll, or...?
Not really.
Okay, that works.
What's your... Rourke has, what is it? Wits
7
and
dice.
Investigation to find another shit.
I was going to use charisma and etiquette.
Yeah, that works too, but this isn't so much... Yeah.
Or
why
intelligence etiquette.
Yeah,
Or wits
either way.
etiquette.
four dice. You have 4 or 3 dice to get this done. It's not going to be that hard.
Yeah.
So... let me have a look at things here. You are going to murder several guards or... No, wait. That's something else. Oh, God. No, you'll find a hotel room is what I'm saying. It's not terribly hard. And your job is to get things over there. You're going to grab a cab. You're taking all the things. Of course, you are the one telling the bellhops to take all the things. They're loading up the car.
But he's gonna try to watch over everything just to make sure no one tries to slip in a bomb or something.
Yep. And is there gonna be a bomb around here? Wits and awareness, I guess. That's 5. Do you want to roll for it, or you want to take half?
I'll roll, just in case.
Yeah. And Julian does it again!
He does! No bombs. Absolutely no bombs, as far as you can tell. You're gonna get
I'm
to...
just that good.
What was that roll?
I thought you asked me to find bombs for Wits and Awareness, because these guys have all left, haven't they?
Julian! Why is Julian... I'm sorry. Yes, okay. I thought the first roll was Rourke's, and it was Julian's. I don't know why Julian is doing this. He's out with a prince and getting feeding done. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's probably no bomb, but how certain can you really be?
Paranoia doesn't do anything for the nerves.
Got it.
It
Julian's
really
built
doesn't.
different. Julian's built different. He is so good at wits and awareness that he can do it. Never mind.
And as you get to the new hotel and you start guiding everybody to unpack everything, everything suddenly goes black. Rourke doesn't know, probably never will know, But the crowd
dead.
around Rourke screams and runs in all sorts of ways. Someone throws themselves on top of Rourke to attend to his wound. He is bleeding, a stream of blood out from his head, where the gunshot from whoever sniped him impacted. Perfectly placed.
And that's curtains closed for Rourke.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Gunshot wound to the head will kill anyone.
It was...
Anyone mostly human.
It was 7 aggravated damage, so...
Oh,
You're cooked.
But the rest of you don't know anything about this, as you are finally going to meet with Queen Anne. And apparently, Loden feeding in the theater district didn't draw the ire of anyone, which is nice.
Because we were specifically told not to do that, and he did it anyway.
Yep, he did. But nobody told him not to. So it was Rourke who was told not to do that, and Rourke didn't tell anyone else because...
Well, no, to be fair, the rest of them were in the room when I gave the debriefing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you all heard
Yeah.
anywhere but
So is
the entertainment
Julian
corner.
or Derek or Natasha gonna tell the prince?
Oh yeah, Julian would probably tell Loden. Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
No,
Julian
yeah.
does. Okay, so
Yeah,
he
Because
doesn't
I told
actually,
Loden and I told all of you guys.
Yeah.
he doesn't
So I
actually.
guess Julian would probably
overstep.
be like, as a quick reminder, "Oh, Loden, sir, we can't feed here. Sorry."
Loden looks a bit cross. Why not?
We
Rourke,
weren't listening to the debrief.
There has been a request from the queen not to.
I see. We must honor her request then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna use his considerable vampire powers to track down a nice redhead young lady and have his way, as it were. She's probably not gonna remember anything, because such are his strong powers of dominate. And soon enough, you will arrive at Lady Anne's Haven. It is a stately Renaissance manor. Outside the core of London. It must be one of those castles left by Henry VIII or something. And
it's England. There's just like forts and castles everywhere.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Europe.
yeah,
It's like you
exaggeration.
walk one
I-
step to see some architecture from 8 million years ago. I'm
Yes.
so jealous of you Europeans.
yes, it's literally like that. And
I'm so fucking jealous.
And there will be the door, which is of course it's a double door, very heavy oak with iron bindings and everything. And Loden is going up there to the door, and the door opens. He is the stereotypical butler, bald pate, perfect pinstripe. What do you call it? Pin mustache. And his name is My name is Pershing, sir, and I'm here to guide you to Lady Anne. And Pershing pays absolutely no attention to you and is absolutely fawning over the prince. And Loden just goes forth in there and goes into the haven of the powerful Queen of London. I think those of you who have a little bit of awareness, which is Derek, for example, does anyone have insight here? Julian, any insight? No.
Wait. I know you deleted the roll, but since I did roll it earlier when I used wits and awareness and got free successes, could we use that?
But it's more of an insight check here, really.
Yeah,
Well,
not
But it's fine.
awareness.
It's fine.
Not-
You will notice that Loden, you are nothing to him now. You've done your job. And Pershing and Loden starts moving into the house, and Pershing is showing Loden to a reception room, and then you're standing there abandoned, yesterday's laundry or a bunch of umbrellas that nobody knows where to put because they don't have a ghoul stand here apparently. But Pershing comes back to you and he says, follow me please. And yeah, you are equal status. He's the ghoul of queen, you are the ghouls of prince. So, and as you're walking down the hallway, you will catch a snippet maybe of the conversation between Lady Anne and Loden. and saying, "So, Prince Loden, I'm very glad that you have arrived. Did you encounter any problems during your journey?" "None, my lady. Not that troubled me to any degree." "Excellent. Then, what is your business with me?" "Oh, no business. I just thought to challenge you to another game of chess. I rather fancy I have made a breakthrough concerning the use of pawns." And there, my friends, we will leave our wayward ghouls in London and return to our wayward neonates in Gary.
Feeling that Logan's a bad boss.
No. I don't know
It'd
how
be
you could land in that
a-
conclusion.
In a ghoul and hearing the vampire say he's developed a new use of pawns really isn't going to be reassuring.
Especially when I just died off screen.
It's almost like a
Isn't
relationship. It's almost like the relationship between a vampire and their ghouls is inherently manipulative and toxic.
I wouldn't know why you would get... Where did you get that notion? I don't know. I have no idea at all.
Me and Leopold's relationship is amazing. What are you talking about?
Exactly. These accusations being thrown out like that. Terrible. What is to become of today's, I don't know, kindred?
Neonate?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, let's have a look here. Sunset will today be 4:30, in fact.
damn!
Yeah. It's January 3rd, and it's in Chicago.
Fucking Frostlanders, the lot of you.
I guess we will all roll for a rouse the blood check to wake your dead bodies. Some of you get hungrier. Wow.
I guess we're hunting.
Oh.
Nobody is lucky tonight. Wow. That was definitely the worst. Just absolute failures across the board. Kate was hoping so much that she would not be hungry.
He would last a bit longer. Just a little bit longer.
Well, good thing we're in a shithole, so it's a little bit easier to hunt, actually.
Not for quality.
Not for quality, no. You find random homeless people just sitting around, or random guys walking around when you're in a shithole.
But Sylvester is a social hunter, so
Uh,
I don't know if this is just.
have
Kate's
you
an intellectual hunter.
you contacted Leo, didn't you?
I think he did, like at the start of the night. I guess he would, like, as on this night, at the start of the night. Yeah, Joe was back here, and I would say so.
Are we contacting Leo now, or were we contacting Leo before you fell asleep?
Say now, yeah. now.
Okay, that works.
Or did Leo just sleep at the Haven as well?
Oh, no, he's been away at his own place, so he's just been waiting for the call, basically. But now the call is coming, so he's gonna be there in half an hour or something.
And I can heal my aggravated.
Yes,
Damage,
aggravated
Charlie.
wounds be gone.
Tony's as fit as a horse now.
Yeah. Kate Peretti does have a
Yeah.
superficial wound that you can fix with a simple rouse check.
Nah, I'm fine.
Okay.
If only we weren't. I think. Well, no, I need some fresh air. I need to go out to find like a phone booth.
Oh, yes, and also something to eat, someone to eat from, right?
Yeah.
We're in Gary. Hunting here is not terribly hard, is it? Most of Gary being a slum or
As I
bohemian.
said, a shithole.
Yes. So, where do you want to go to hunt after you've called Leo?
Is there anywhere where like the local rockers would frequent?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a nightclub
Yeah.
area. There's a nightclub called the Cave, not too far away. No, it's the Torch. The Torch. Are we doing the Scene Queenie thing?
Yes.
You're gonna go up there and do a riff and have you used your herd this?
Yeah, I have used my
adventure?
hair this week,
Yeah.
but I'm lucky enough to. Would my fame actually help with my hunting role?
Possibly.
If I find someone from my subculture, that is.
Exactly.
I would assume a...
Seems like you're gonna do a manipulation performance.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Adding your electric guitar. Hey, I can do this. Hey, looking at you, kid. Let's be groupies. Add a fame dot, why don't you?
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
gonna
roll.
do that.
You don't
See
even
how
have
many
to roll
dice this is.
with that dice pool. You don't.
I kind of want to roll just to see how I want to.
Because you have 10 dice at this point.
Hey, that's when you roll.
What?
Mm,
Never mind.
The problem comes afterwards when you sink your teeth into your groupie.
mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna kill them somehow. I told you didn't have to roll.
It's fun doing it though. I have 10
It
dice.
is fun. The thing is, with that many hunger dice, the risk for a bestial failure goes up a bit.
I know, but
But yes, it's fun. I absolutely.
Feeling a little goofy on
gambling.
The question here is, how is this poor person going to end their days? Are they going to end their days because you are so hungry? Let's go. Taste of blood while hunger 4. That's 3 difficulty for your frenzy check.
Oh. Okay, let's go.
You got this.
You don't got this. Oh, you got this.
You definitely got this. Yeah. The
So
growl
only,
in the
only-
back of your
only two.
mind
2 dots.
that tries once again to overcome you and once again fails miserably because... Yeah. No. You are not gonna allow that growl to take over you. You're taking 2 dots here, slaking for 1 scene, yeah?
Yes. Is there
Makes
any resonance to this? And is this person on drugs?
2 good questions,
You want them to be
right?
on drugs.
On drugs.
Fleeting resonance, in fact. Fleeting phlegmatic.
Let me see. That helped me in any way.
So, phlegmatic, that is lazy, apathetic, calm, controlling, and sentimental. What was the disciplines for that again?
Auspex and dominate, so yes, actually it would help me in some
That
cases.
does help, yeah. It will, because it's fleeting, it's not only going to help you for the next scene, though. But yeah, that was a good taste, a good morsel right there. Yeah, it took the edge off and everything. Yeah.
Is there drugs though? That's the question.
The odds are about even, so if I roll high, yes. No, apparently not. Hadn't gotten to that part yet. Very sad. Very
A
sad.
damn straight edge.
I hate something without killing someone, so it's
This is a
Good
good
news.
thing. Good thing. I think it's a good
So, yes, Gold, Latino, and Black Man walk into a biker bar.
Yeah, the first place that we found with a Confederate flag in the window.
thing. Oh my god. That's gonna require a hunting roll anyway because you're so specific with where you want to go to hunt. Oh. And this is a predominantly black city, so finding stars and bars around here is not entirely easy because if you don't maul them, the local hoods will. I'm gonna set it to a difficulty of 6, to be honest, because what are we doing here? Streetwise?
White
and-
supremacists are an endangered species in Gary.
Yes, they are.
hardly.
I don't know,
Definitely.
but how long do you have to drive out of town before the demographic changes?
That might be a couple of hours, but yes, a couple of hours out, the demographics definitely change for the better for these purposes. Do we have that amount of time?
We can always go for black gang members. Gang members are pretty scummy people. I say, as a gang member.
He's not wrong.
I feel like we need to expand our horizons of vigilante justice / feeding.
Exactly. That's how you do it.
And I guess Kate will. How would an Osiris work when they haven't really had much time to
In this case, I
get
don't even know.
roots?
Do you want to drain someone and kill them? Because that's
Wait.
the only way
Wait a
for
minute,
you
I
to
have a-
get less hungry.
I
Oh
have a
wait, no,
perfect
yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
so you're
last sort of
perfectly
hunger.
fine. I have a perfect idea. How about instead of going for white supremacist, we stay in Gary but look for gang members instead?
That would be much easier.
Significantly easier.
Significantly easier. We're talking hunting difficulty 2. Which
And
Yeah,
we still
so that
do
would-
it we still do it vigilante style, so we don't hurt anybody who doesn't mess with us. But the first one who starts something.
I mean, you're
defeat.
both alley cats. You literally assault people from behind a. You're gonna rob. You're gonna mug them for blood. You're muggers,
Yeah.
but you don't take their money unless you're Tony who would take their money too.
I'm totally taking their money. Yeah, I guess we go for the first guy who looks like an asshole.
And yeah, we can also see here your wits and streetwise is a 3,
Yes.
and yeah, so both of you will automatically succeed with this by just taking half and jumping the guy and drink a bit. Ah, the beautiful sound in your ears of blood coursing down your throat and filling you with heat, warmth, the warmth of someone who's alive. How much are we drinking here? Obviously, we're not going to kill them. Or are we, Goldtooth? Or are we, Tony?
I'm just gonna.
Charlie will just take the one.
Yeah, I think I'll just take the one too, since we're apparently sharing. Yeah.
You can have your own and take 2.
Oh, in that case, I'll go with my own. Take 2 points then.
Yeah. They're going to be very woozy and have no
Yeah.
idea what happened except they were attacked in the night.
Yeah, and also their wallet is gone,
And also their wallet is gone. And
and
that
probably
is
their gun.
usually
I'm taking
a
their gun.
stain, but you have the strong will do what they will to the weak as a conviction, so it's not a stain. Cackle.
I love being a dickhead.
Don't
We are
you
definitely
always?
the good guys.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be the good guys. There are no good guys in Vampire the Masquerade, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Everybody is just a different level of terrible. They can
Yeah.
be. You can struggle to find the light. You can struggle to go the high road. Just raise your humanity. Right?
Yeah. You can be a good guy, it's just these guys, I don't think they are going to be good guys.
We're all gonna congregate back on Tony's haven, right? The basement haven with all the locks and bolts and everything. And by now, Leo is there, and Leo is gonna see Sylvester for the first time in a million years. That's what it feels like for Leo. So he's just running up to Sylvan, just big hug. Oh man! Ah!
Okay.
Looks at your
Okay.
face, just both hands, your cheeks, and just looks at you. Are you alright, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Had some close calls, but I'm good.
Remind me, has there been a romance developing between Syl and Leo?
Maybe a tiny bit, but not explicitly.
Okay,
It's not
he's-
said out loud.
Instead of doing
It's just
like a
really good friends. It's totally just really good
really
friends.
good, yes,
Nothing
of course.
more.
So instead of giving you a really big, oh my god, I'm so glad to see you again, kiss, he will just stare into your eyes very deeply. And I think Tony will notice that there is a spark there. There's a spark.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Others might realize that too, of course. But only if you have some insight. I think Kate will realize that too. And not necessarily.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Exactly. All
I
right,
don't think
so
Paul is exactly being subtle.
no, it's about as subtle as a. Now that
Well,
if
Tony?
you didn't know these people, it might be a little bit subtle. These guys, so it's not very subtle.
The romance is as subtle as one whole Tony.
Yes. Yes. So, yeah, so what we doing now, Sil? Is the whole thing in Chicago done? We can go back to playing some stuff? The band wants to get on stage again.
No, we got a kidnapping to solve.
What?
Yeah. It's a little.
What the ever-loving fuck, says Leo.
Not normally in the job description for a band.
No.
So,
Not
kind of
all.
a crime has been pinned on us. Not one that we did, mind you, obviously. And it's like a very big one. Not like a crime like with the police, but a crime like with like my side of things.
Wait,
the
there's
underworld.
crimes among you guys? I guess there
Yeah,
are laws and
There
rules
is
and
the
shit.
there's some structure to the whole life thing.
Okay, so you're night cops now?
Más o menos.
Dexter will be all like looking at you, Tony. What, we night cops? The fuck? We know 5-0?
No, it's...
Okay.
We're trying to solve the thing to clear our name, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not coppers. No, we're not
Yeah.
coppers.
They think we kidnapped the vampire president.
The
Yeah,
vampire
that's
president
the
got
best explanation.
kidnapped? Says Dexter. And what?
Mm-hmm. It's like the
Whoa, this says Dex.
big guy,
Gee.
powerful guy.
Oh. Hijo de puta.
Yeah, we're trying to find the guys who actually kidnapped El Presidente.
So what's the next move, boss?
Right now, we were tracking down the body of another vampire who we think kidnapped El Presidente, and the FBI got his body. Has his body. Yeah.
Huh.
A guy who claimed to be an FBI agent has his body.
Okay, so next move. Bash down the door, shoot them all up. What's the next move? This is obviously
I don't
Dex.
think-
Yeah,
I don't
let's
think we
do
can
that.
Dexter. Not this time.
Okay.
That easy, but no.
Do we think that
We're
there's
gonna
going
have
to be any
we're
more
gonna have to pull off some
information?
Batman shit here. And Tony does say that in universe.
Mm.
I would say, do we think there's any more information that we could gain at the police station? Yes, no, maybe?
Complete silence from everyone.
I don't know. How do you expect this to go? We just walk up there and be like, "Hey, wanna
Yeah,
know
we
about
would
this
like to look
crime?
at the evidence.
Is it
Trademark.
any crime? Yeah, we want to know about this." I go up there and ask. Go up there and ask.
Mm. That's perfect.
Kind of
No,
just like
I'm not
waves all
saying.
around
I'm not
himself.
saying. I'm not saying. Is there any? What? How would we approach that? I'm asking. Do we think there's any additional information that would be useful, or do you think the feds took all of it to a secondary location? Because if they took it off the morgue, there's a decent chance they took it from the police as well.
Yeah, I think our best bet is to find out more about the feds, rather than waste our time with the police.
Okay. Does anyone have any contacts that could do that sort of thing?
Isn't that the problem?
I'm not
So,
sure what
Mikael,
the-
Yes?
I don't think a level 3 criminal contact. Maybe? It's
Maybe?
contacts level 3 on criminal, black market fixer, poison. I don't think poison.
You know
no.
what? That might actually work. Let's see.
Let's do it. Let's try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Tony.
No, wait. That's just in my dream. Was that out loud? Level 3 criminal contact would give you this person. This is apparently where it tops out. So this is someone who can get very. Yeah, if any criminal contacts can do this, is the criminal contact who can get you that information. Yes. basically.
Man, this poison has to be like, Tony, what the fuck? Considering, like, in one night I have to hide 2 bodies, the next, hey, I came here to ask about the FBI.
Yep.
Yeah. How does the justice system in Chicago work? Like, is the FBI and the police on good terms, or are they like? I guess it's more common in small towns for like the police and the FBI to hate each other. Bigger city but bigger cities though, is that a thing? I think.
And to the question, how does the justice system in Chicago work? The answer is nobody knows and don't ask.
Okay,
I meant it's the FBI and like police on good terms, essentially.
Not normally.
we're gonna go and ask Poison for some. We need to have a face for Poison, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
He's a definitely
Wait, I have
now
a perfect idea for his
local-
face. I have a perfect idea for Poison's face.
Oh,
The merchant from Resident Evil 4.
huh. Okay. That tells me nothing at the moment. But I'll get into that. I'll fix that. So we're going to meet. Okay, with all the things you're doing, it's going to be about 6 in the evening. So you still have plenty of time. If the sun goes down at 4:30 and goes up at 7, you have more than 12 hours of night to use. Being a vampire in Chicago during the winter, awesome.
It's the shit. Hell yeah.
In the summer, not so good. But yeah, you're going out to the wastelands to meet with your friend Poison. You know where you can find your friend Poison. Yeah. So he's your friend Poison is Hispanic ganger too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has little bit of a beard. I've just decided that he has a ponytail. There you go. I'm sorry I'm ripping off the guy from the morgue, but this guy has not a blonde ponytail, it's a pitch black ponytail because Hispanic.
Different.
Yeah, differences. Also
Not the same character model. Don't
also
question
a
it.
bit of a mustache there going. Yeah. So he's gonna say, "Hey, hermano, how are you?" As he sees you.
As okay as you can get.
Are you bringing all the others with you as well, or are you alone here?
The hell no, I'll bring him along.
What's the worst that could happen?
Charlie is gonna blend in perfectly. Don't know about Sylvester and Kate.
Hey, he's seen them before. He knows.
I guess.
Kind of, maybe.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
Oh, is this the guy? Is this the guy she bought his clothes off of?
Yep.
And now she comes in dressed in a pantsuit.
No, that was
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
A different guy.
Sweet Cake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a
I'm
different guy.
guessing
But
we
you got
put on
Sweet
our
Cake's
normal
name.
clothes.
You got Sweet Cake's name from Poison.
Sweet cakes, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm still dressed in my suit because I haven't been back to my haven yet.
I've been to my haven, so I'm definitely switched out to my
You're
normal
blinged
clothes.
out now. You're blinged out.
Hell yeah. Unfortunately, down a pistol, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Life is tough. So, yeah, Poison is like, hey, you bring these pendejos here again. What's up with that?
We've, through unfortunate circumstances, have to work together. It's a long story, but
Right,
anyway.
whatever. You don't have to tell me nothing, Tony. You're the guy. You're my brother. You're family.
Yeah.
If you want,
Anyway,
we can-
let's talk about the FBI.
What?
The FBI.
The Federales? Why?
So we're... how do I word this? Nerd, help me out! I say looking towards Kate.
I can't even stop with pie. No, she's gonna. We've got the name and. Oh, we don't have a badge number. We have the name of a officer. We're trying to. We believe he's one trying to pinch it on us. It's very important we find out where he is. Like, just a general location, even. We can handle the rest. Or if you could
Oh,
manage
he's
to.
on a... Is he on a stakeout or something?
He's probably sitting on some evidence currently.
Right. What kind of
Between-
evidence?
Oh, you know.
A body.
Yeah.
Oh, cabron! This is.
What? I didn't make it this time. I didn't make it a body this
We
time.
didn't kill
okay?
this.
It wasn't
We
me.
didn't kill the stiff.
No,
This is just.
that's not what I mean. Oh, my man. You're kidding me with this right now.
No.
You have no idea what happened just recently, my man. Yeah, Sweet Cakes told me about this. There was this pendejo, right? Some gringo working for the Federales. And he was, man, he's definitely doing some shady shit. That's what I think. And he bought from one of Sweet Cakes' other connections. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Medical equipment. Like stuff you can't find easily. Very hard to get stuff. I don't know exactly. Like hospital machine shit.
Huh.
Yeah, we know where he's hanging out, man. If you need the address, we know the place they shipped it to.
Yeah. That's perfect.
One of my crews had to do it, you know?
Medical
That
shit,
seems.
like medical drugs or something else.
And by the way, since you mentioned Sweet Cake, so you know where he might be at the moment?
Nah, not tonight, man. He comes
Okay,
and
then.
goes.
Okay then. Well, in that case, thank you.
De nada, man. Anytime. Always from here.
Buenas noches.
Yep. So that was that. You now have an
That-
address.
Yeah, that's what we needed.
See? Contacts, backgrounds are a good thing in this game. If you run
Ah,
out of
who
good
needs
stuff-
friends when you're a nerd?
Yep.
What happened with the search on the number plate?
Oh, the search on the number plate happened, and we've asked Dirk McGriff to find a license plate, right?
The two options was, yeah, go through the tech option or
I don't
go
think Tony
through-
has the kind of tech that you need in his haven, because let's face it,
no,
Tony is
no.
not the tech guy.
Kate does, but the other option was Sylvester and weird spooky shit. If that's a thing.
And also, what was the stuff we got from the prince's apartment that we haven't looked at yet?
Oh, lots of stuff. You have the chessboard, you have Loden's list of people, you have the old journal dedicated to Rourke, who sacrificed his life to bring a worthless book. You have a report from Neely,
We have the tooth pendant as well.
yeah, the tooth pendant, about a Satanist cult.
Oh yes, the Satanists.
Yeah.
The Satanist, with quotation marks.
And we have a location for that, don't we?
We
Bunch of
do, yeah.
posers.
It's way outside Chicago. Good long drive. Probably takes you 3 hours to get
So,
there.
I guess here's what Tony says. How about we visit Agent What's-His-Face, give him a visit, and then maybe later head to those Satanist folk?
Asian what's his face?
The FBI guy, since we got the address.
Oh, yeah, he's not Asian. He's just
You know,
not
he said
white.
agent.
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 Okay.
Said,
Agent. Asian. Okay. I thought you said Asian what's his face, and you meant agent what's his face. My apologies.
It's fine.
Also, the Satanist cult just points to the 7-Eleven store, which we've already been to.
Oh, thanks.
What's the first stop for the night?
I'm really down with visiting this address.
Yeah. There's also, it says in the document something about Satanist rituals and ceremonies in the woods, in the wooded area, which we haven't checked out yet.
Yep.
So
That's the
there's a
one
natural area.
far
not
to the
just the
northwest
7-Eleven.
of Chicago, yeah. Of course, Kate, you being an expert in the occult and having read lots of stuff, rumor has it that in any given city, not necessarily Chicago, but in any given city, once you leave the city proper, werewolf lands.
Oh.
Fine,
So there's-
werewolves aren't real.
Clearly not. Or maybe
They're in the books.
Yes, that must be the case. Yes.
But yeah, if we check out, yeah, it sounds like a good idea to follow the agent lead that we've got, and then possibly, if we've got time, check out the woods.
Oh, I want to go to the woods sometime.
Tony doesn't know that werewolves are real, but he wouldn't question it if they were.
Mm.
I just wanted to say they were.
Oh, he will
Like-
know one day. He will know.
Like, Kate definitely
no
has
foreshadowing here.
read and been told the werewolves are real, but she doesn't really believe that.
How could you? It's obvious nonsense.
Werewolves aren't supernatural, they're just big dogs, which people get scared of.
Soon you're gonna go, yeah, and pixies are real.
Demons are definitely real. Honestly. And spirits and everything.
Honestly, at this point, you could get Tony to believe in Rilmuria.
Mm.
And the continent of Mu.
Okay, everybody's grabbing their various vehicles and heading out, right?
Yep.
Also, this isn't probably something for this night, but a possibility to consider. Since the Anarchs are about the only people who like us at the moment, although the Anarchs may not be too keen on Lodin ever coming back, one possibility we could suggest to them is that if we cooperate to bring him back, suddenly the Anarchs will look a lot better and Lodin might have to treat them better if they're the ones who helped rescue him. Something to consider.
Know one or two things about vampire politics from books, obviously.
No, that's from actual politics in the Tremere cult.
Okay, fair enough.
But it is subjectively more based on intellectual politics rather than
But you will
money
have heard
changing hands sort of things.
You will have heard of the boon economy, haven't you? I'm thinking.
Boon economy?
Yes. Vampire trade boons with each other. So the currency of
I
the
was
realm
supposed
is
to.
favors.
I was supposed to be under one, but I was like, haha. No.
You just went psych. I'm not paying you back.
I was just like, hey, if I do this for you, Prince.
Oh yeah, the favor
Marius,
for a favor.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm no
what
longer
kind
under
of
his
a
boon.
what kind of a boon would you all have if you find the prince and save his life?
We survive it. Pretty good one.
Yeah, pretty good one.
For starters, we will have actual access to Chicago, and I would hope.
Yeah.
That's a very real possibility.
We could move out of Garrick.
Possible, yeah. Such are the thoughts you are having as you're driving north. And you will have to, this time you'll have to go a little bit further than you did with when you came to the city the first time, because you're going to end up on the north side, near north side, basically. It's a decent neighborhood, certainly, though the area you're going to is maybe the least decent of the neighborhoods, as it were, of this particular area. It's going to be a bit of an old house that you will arrive at. 3-story stone building. The large windows of the bottom 2 floors are painted over. But there is some light up on the top floor. And the bottom floor is a warehouse, basically. That's what it looks like anyway. You have huge doors where you can drive a truck in and that kind of thing.
Oh.
And just to make you even more nervous, it turns out that I have an actual map for this.
Oh, shit! I can't see it.
Wait.
Oh, we're back to that again, aren't we? Ugh. Okay.
Give me vision!
Give you
blind!
vision!
I cannot perceive.
You cannot
Help.
perceive a thing!
Yes.
Do I just
It's
at
gonna
one
be-
point need to do an actual character with a Russian accent?
What? You already played one moments ago.
A long-term character.
Yeah, that would be the
I
difference.
guess we can do that in the werewolf campaign.
Yeah. I am playing an NPC that is a Russian werewolf, so mine as
There
well.
we go. Okay. And then I'll just have to place your tokens down again. But now
I know Kate's very good at a bunch of the stuff that's come up in the past few episodes, but you will see that's a trade-off.
It usually is.
This is not going to be a nice combat.
I thought so too when I played the Dark Ages, but then I found out if you use Dex and a knife, you can just stab a lot.
Stab a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tony's
Perfect.
going first because I don't fear death.
you're
Yeah.
all in your car at the moment, but that's the type of place you are at now.
I guess Tony is the first to get out then.
Yes.
Question is, do I bring Leopold for this? Do I want to implicate this poor man?
Now we can see properly. Sorry, everyone.
I'm bringing Dexter. Dexter is coming along.
Dexter's coming along. Yeah, Dex is...
Yeah. And do you mind also annotating perhaps where the door is?
All right,
Annotated.
it's right here.
Okay.
Kate will follow along.
Yeah, Dex is with you too. I think Dex probably has... What kind of guns does he have access to? Because he's carrying them right now.
By the way, real quick question. Since we had a little bit of time, did we have a time to go to my car and grab my AR-15?
Up to you guys. I'll add another extra 15 minutes for it.
No, I think it seems like we're on a time frame.
In that case, then no. I guess I'm going with the Glock I stole from that cop.
All right. Dex has his own.
All right, then. I guess I'm waiting for everyone to get over here.
Yep.
Move along, sister.
Yep.
Kate's
Just remind
gonna.
me in plot context what we're doing here again, because I might have just dissociated for a moment while we're talking about it.
Tracking down the body, perhaps?
I guess this is where that led us.
I think this is where the medical equipment that the
Oh yeah,
sketchy
the medical
agent
equipment.
wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
yeah.
Was sent
Tony's
to.
Yeah, so
checking down the door now.
that's the connection. Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, and Kate's gonna very unconfidently pull out the crowbar she's been carrying around because she's
Since
got
to-
2 in
since-
strength and 2 in dex and no combat skills, so this is gonna be fun.
Give me that crowbar, Kate.
Why?
Charlie can,
To fix the door, sure. She nervously hands over the crowbar.
There is
So, what am I-
that sturdy door, of course.
Wait. Dexter, how about you do it? I pass the crowbar to him.
Right.
Okay, yeah, Dexter will do it if you want him to. Absolutely.
Yeah, Tony's more of a lockpick kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a strong fella, this one. Look at him go. And, oh, he has lethal body impotence and everything, but that doesn't matter right now.
Hey.
Meanwhile,
3
Sylvester is
success.
just
Yeah, I'm gonna
looking into
spend a
the
willpower
trash.
for him too, because he really wants to get this done.
and since Charlie has heightened senses and he's really fast, he doesn't need to stay in as close to everybody else. So he's just going to walk around the perimeter just to get a bigger picture look at this place.
Yep. With your heightened senses, you will notice that there is someone on the top floor. Like, you can hear steps and such. So it's not uninhabited here. Meanwhile, kablamo! We have, in fact, opened the door here. Used the crowbar. Dex has just crushed it and crowbarred open the door. So I guess I can set it to a normal door now. There.
Yep.
It's closed. It's not even locked. You just have to
Nice
open
job.
it and sneak in.
Meanwhile,
guys
Sylvester's
are
just like
crazy.
a trash can lid, and he's just like, what am I doing? I'm not gonna find anything here.
Exactly. Kate,
It's
are you
just
still
like-
waiting outside here? Leo, Sylvester, you're...
In the movies, they always look through the trash for
Let's
evidence.
pause so I can't move.
Okay,
Uh,
let you move.
No, he's gonna eventually follow after, but like trailing behind.
Yeah.
Maybe
She'll step
sneak-
in. After
Uh,
collecting the crowbar, hopefully.
Very well.
I think Sylvester is gonna sneak behind using Sense the Unseen. Like trail behind everyone else.
All this is happening, my friends. Where you are now, and by you, I mean Tony and Kate, you are on the bottom floor, and there's a bunch of crates, there's a bunch of boxes down here. Looks like some kind of maybe elevator here, but as you're standing there, you will hear and bars, it's like a medieval fortress almost. A door or a set of bars just come down like a fällgaller på engelska. Jesus Christ.
A
Portcullis. A portcullis comes down. Gang! Oh, and it's a modern one with steel and everything.
Resident Evil puzzle bullshit is this?
And yeah, locks into place behind you. And with this, my friends, on this cliffhanger, we will take a break here and reconvene in a week from now when we'll see what's going on with everything and everyone. And thank you, audience, for watching. And we will see you again in the not too distant future when I'm sure everything will be fine.
3 years!
3 years!